everyone, Barbara Boldt here with Boldt Global. This video is the next in my series on the impact of culture on presenting. Today's topic is persuasion across cultures. Persuasion is based on reasoning. When we're trying to persuade someone, we appeal to their sense of reasoning. Reasoning varies across cultures. Different cultures teach their cultural members ways of reasoning. It happens in the educational system, and also it has to do with religion and philosophy. In Anglo cultures like the United States, we use inductive reasoning. This means we go from the specific to the general when we are persuading. In a lot of other cultures, for example, German culture, Italian culture, Latin American cultures, they use deductive reasoning. They're taught to deductively reason, which means they go from the general to the specific. What does this mean in the context of presenting? Basically, it means that in an inductive reasoning culture, you would want to get right to the point and start with the details, start with the recommendations you're making, start with your views, because that's what people really want to know. And you really only give any theory or concept if it's asked for. In cultures that favor the deductive reasoning approach, you need to give that theory or conceptual background first. People need to understand where your specific recommendations are coming from before you give them. So the recommendations or your opinions come at the end after you've explained all of the generalities. This can get people in trouble if they're not aware of this difference. People who are used to presenting in an American context will go right to the point, and they can get questioned by people in other cultures, like, how did you come up with this data? Or what methodologies did you use in your analysis? And what can happen to the person presenting if they're not expecting that is that they can become defensive. They feel that their credibility is being attacked. On the other side, if a German, for example, would be presenting to an American audience, they would start with all of this theory and conceptual background that would basically bore their audience. They would lose the audience before they ever got to the part that that audience really needed to hear. So keep these differences in mind. I hope you find the information helpful, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.